Hello class, I am Mrs. Rushali Chaudhary, lecturer in a Praveen Patil Polytechnic. We are learning electrochemistry under subject code 22211 for the applied science chemistry. What is the electrochemistry? Conversion of electric energy into the chemical energy and chemical energy into the electrical energy, that is called as electrochemistry. How it will take place, that we are going to learn today. Fundamentals of electrochemistry. In that, first we are going to learn what is the galvanic cell. What is a cell? It consists of the two metals. Here in this diagram you are able to see a anode where the oxidation will take place, while the cathode where the reduction is take place. In a electrolysis we require a electrolyte, cathode, anode, and a power generator. Electrochemical cell is a system consists of electrodes that dip in an electrolyte, in which chemical reaction is either generated or it is used. A voltaic cell or the galvanic cell is an electrochemical cell in which a spontaneous reaction generates a electric current. It's called as a galvanic cell or the voltaic cell. An electrolytic cell, it is an electrochemical cell in which electric current makes a chemical changes, means electricity is utilized, electric energy converted to the chemical energy. Voltaic cell, it consists of two half cells that is electrically connected. Each half cell is a portion of electrochemical cell in which half reaction will take place. Only oxidation or the only reduction will take place. No reaction between the species involved in the just transfer of electron will be there. Simple half cell can be made up of metal strip dipped in a solution of its metal ion. Like as for the silver half cell, silver metal is dipped in a AgNO3 solution or the silver salt solution. This is called as a simple half cell. This is a Ag, that is the metal rod, or called as a electrode dipped in a AgNO3 solution. This is the system where cadmium is dip in a cadmium nitrate solution, silver dip in a AgNO3 solutions. These are the two electrodes dip in a respective electrolyte. The joining of that two half cell, these are called as a two half cell. This is one assembly, one half cell, another half cell, and the whole device is called as a cell, which is having two half cells. They are connected internally by using a salt bridge and externally by a metallic wire. At the anode, oxidation will take place, while at the cathode, reduction will take place. A voltaic cell. In a voltaic cell, two half cells are connected in such a way that electrons flow from one metal electrode to the other through an external circuit. This cell has a silver reduced and cadmium oxidized. Cathode reduction. Ag will gain one electron to form a silver metal, while at the anode, cadmium is liberate two electrons to form a Cd2+. The net reaction occur at the cell is called as a cell reaction. Note that the electrons are given up at the anode and flow from it towards the cathode where the reduction is occur. A voltaic cell, as long as there is an external circuit, electron can flow through it from one electrode to the other, because cadmium is have a greater tendency to lose electron, lesser electrode potential, and it is more reactive. Cadmium atom loses electron to form a cadmium ion, While silver is more stable, it is having a tendency to gain free electrons. The free electrons pass through the external circuit towards the silver electrode, where silver ions gains electron to become a silver metal. The anode oxidation in a voltaic cell has a negative sign because electrons flow from it. Cathode have a positive side. The two half cells must be connected internally, which is allowing ions to flow through it and complete the circuit. That is achieved by using a salt bridge. What is a salt bridge? It is a glass tube which is having a salt is present in that. That is called as a salt bridge, which is connecting two half cells. Here we will observe that two halves in a first diagram we will observe that two half cells are not connected, so there is no flow of electron. No chemical changes will take place. But here when they are connected externally, active metal like a zinc will become anode and copper, which is the stable, that will act as cathode. So zinc is losing electron and copper is gaining electron. So when the current pass through it, we will observe chemical changes will take place, and as electron passes through the circuit, we will observe deflection in a potential, or here we will observe bulb get lighted. Here NO3 get liberated. A salt bridge is a tube of an electrolyte containing a gel and which is connecting two half cells of a cell. The salt bridge allows the flow of ions but prevents the mixing of the different solution that would allow direct reaction of the cell reactor. Complete circuit, keep electrostatic neutral. The voltage produced is from the potential difference between the two metals at any instant. It is a measure of the tendency of the cell reaction to proceed towards equilibrium. It is a driving force of reaction. As the reaction proceeds, potential difference decreases continuously and approaches zero as equal to equilibrium is achieved. There will be no infinite amount of energy till solution have a particular concentration, till time they are going to produce potential. Electrochemical cell notation. How we are going to write the cell? It consists of two half cells. How we are going to write? Cadmium, that is a solid state, so it is called as an electrode connected or dipped in a cadmium, that is a Cd2 plus, that is a aqueous. So cadmium metal dipped in a aqueous cadmium sulfate solution, while here silver metal is dipped in a Ag plus aqueous solution, and these two half cell, this is called as one half cell, this is another half cell, and it is connected externally. This is the anode where the oxidation take place. This is the cathode, reduction take place. Anode reaction always written on the left side, while the cathode reaction written on the right. Double line indicates salt bridge and external connection. It is not always present. These are the terminals are called as metal electrode, cathode and anode. The vertical line expresses the boundary, means solid to liquid state. Reduction, copper metal gaining 2 electron to form a solid copper. Oxidation, zinc metal losing electron to form a zinc ion. Overall reaction, copper metal get deposited, zinc ion get liberated. When two reactions involve a gas, an inert material like platinum and carbon rod is used as a electrode, like a hydrogen electrode. So hydrogen gas in presence of the H plus ion and the platinum is there, which is called as an inert electrode. Whatever the pressure concentration written in a bracket. Zinc dip in a Zn2 plus, platinum rod for the H plus ions. Solutions are connected externally by using a salt bridge and a metallic wire. We are going to cell and drawing the cell. These are the two half cell reaction. Electrons get minus, neutralize. This is the overall cell reaction. The potential difference between the cathode and anode is called as electromotive force. It is measured in a volts. Faraday's constant that we already learned. 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 Coulomb. The cell EMF is measured the driving force of a cell reaction. The reaction at the anode has a definite oxidation potential, while the reaction at the cathode have a definite reduction potential. So total cell reaction is equal to reduction potential plus oxidation potential. Total cell value is E reduction and E oxidation that we are going to measure in a practical. Standard cell EMF. A reduction potential is a measure the tendency to gain electron in the reduction half reaction. While doing calculation, while performing practicals, we have to understand how to find out the E cell. When we are talking about the two cells, there are the two cells. One is called as the electrochemical cell, galvanic cell, which converts chemical energy into the electric energy. Another one, electrolytic cell, in which we are converting electrical energy into the chemical energy. A device which is used for converting chemical energy to the electrical energy and electrical energy to chemical energy are known as electrochemical cell. It consists of two electrodes with contact with the electrolyte. Basic difference between the electrolytic cell and a galvanic cell. It requires EMF. Electrolytic, we have to supply external EMF. While in a galvanic cell, EMF is produced. Electric energy is converted to the chemical energy, while galvanic cell, chemical energy is converted to the electrical energy. Anode is positive, cathode is negative. Here reverse, anode is negative, cathode is positive. Oxidation takes place at the anode, reduction at cathode. Vice versa, oxidation takes place at anode and reduction at cathode. Discharge of ion occurs at both electrodes. Discharge of ions occur only at a cathode in a galvanic cell. Electrolytic cell, no spontaneous reaction, while galvanic cell, spontaneous reaction. Electrolytic cell, reaction is irreversible. Reaction is reversible. The flow of electron from the anode to cathode. The flow of electron anode to cathode. Today we are going to learn galvanic cell is a device in which chemical energy is converted to the electrical energy. Daniell cell is an example of galvanic cell. This is a basic cell which we create in a laboratory to produce or convert a chemical energy into the electrical energy that we already learned in the first semester, that is a Daniell cell. We are keeping zinc rod in presence of zinc sulfate, copper in presence of copper sulfate. When these two solutions are contact with a salt bridge or connected externally, zinc is having a tendency to lose electron. Whatever the loss of electron will transfer to the external circuit. As the electrons are moving, we will observe deflection in a voltmeter. We will measure the reading. Electrochemical cells are differentiate into the two types: primary cell, secondary cell. What is the primary cell? A device which convert only chemical energy into electrical energy, while secondary cell which converts chemical energy into the electrical and electrical into the chemical energy. What happens in a chemical reaction in these cells? The chemical reaction in a primary cell is irreversible. What is meaning of irreversible? Whatever the changes take place in that reaction, we cannot reverse. That is called as irreversible. But in a secondary cell, the chemical reaction is reversible. Primary cell, cost is low, life is short. Secondary cell, cost is high, life is long. Primary cell are non-rechargeable, non-chargeable cell, one time uses cell, while the secondary cell is a chargeable cell. Example of primary cell: Daniell cell, dry cell are called as an example, while the lead acid and the nickel cadmium are the example of secondary cell. Today we are going to learn the Daniell cell. That is a basic example of the galvanic cell. It consists of a zinc rod and a copper rod. Zinc rod we are dipping in a zinc sulfate, while copper rod in a copper sulfate. The assembly where one metal dip in a salt solution, that is called as a half cell. So there are two half cells, and these two half cells are connected by using a salt bridge and externally with the help of voltmeter to complete a circuit. Here we will observe zinc electrode dip in a zinc sulfate solution, while copper in a copper sulfate solution. Among these, zinc is more reactive. So zinc is having a tendency of loss of electron, and whatever the electron lost by the zinc metal will transfer through this voltmeter and towards the copper electrode. As electrons move, we will observe the deflection in a voltmeter. As copper is gaining electron, copper is become negatively charged and it is going to gain positively charged Cu plus ions, copper metal. So at the end of this, copper metal get deposited at the electrode while the zinc get decrease in a size. The reaction at Daniell cell. Zinc will undergo oxidation by loss of electron, while at the cathode, copper metal gaining that electron, so copper metal is formed. MCQ based on this: in a Daniell cell, porous partition act as a salt bridge. Daniell cell is an example of Daniell cell is an example of rechargeable cell or non-rechargeable. It is a non-rechargeable cell. So it is a primary type of cell. Secondary cell, which cannot be recharged and reused, which can be recharged and reused, have a short life, having an irreversible chemical reaction. What is a secondary cell? Which can be rechargeable and reused, as they are having a reversible chemical reaction, and due to the recharging they are having a longer life. Thank you class. Thank you so much.